Welcome back everyone to Fuhrerreich, and you may be noticing that something is different. I screwed up, okay? So, I decided that I would take out the French Republic, but I just I just didn't know. I didn't know. So, for some reason, their alliance is just incredibly powerful. The Italians have like 100 something divisions, they have 200, the Hellenics have 70 something divisions, you know, they just have so much. You know, the Spanish are in there, they've got a bunch of divisions, the bloody, like, I don't know, the most important ones are the Greeks, the Italians, and the French, but the Spanish are in there. It's just, we can't win, okay? No, okay, never mind, that's not really the case. Maybe we could win, but it would take so bloody long. Because this war would be just such a huge stalemate, because I can't really break through anywhere, okay? Now, maybe look, yeah, as you can see, it looked green for a second, but then, you know, it's just, there's 15 divisions on every single province. So, I attacked too early. What I should have done there is waited until I had, like, I could build, like, 6,000 medium tanks and build, like, 24 medium tank divisions. And with those, I would just easily crush through this infantry and these light tanks and win. But at this point, it's going to take so bloody long that I don't think I want to continue this playthrough, you know? I united Germany already, or at least parts of it. You know, because the reason I'm actually concluding the playthrough is because I would say, like, the only things I could do is take out France and take out Britain, but both of those things would take so long at this point. The reason I attacked the French is because I thought that, well, okay, it would need me, you know, it would require me to wait a long time until I had enough of an air force to overpower the British and actually land on the British Isles. So I'm not going to do that. I'm instead going to take out the French and call it quits. But as you can see, I also need to prepare against the French pretty greatly, or I should have prepared a lot more against the French, and I didn't. So instead of that, since I can't really do anything, I'm just gonna end it. I'm just gonna end it right now, and I'm gonna do a kind of a rewind, after action report of how the campaign went and what I think I went, you know, I did correctly and what I think I did wrong, which this time it's gonna be kind of a, like, spontaneous idea, but the next time I do this, except for maybe for the Italian Kaiserreich campaign, I'm going to do something a little more elaborate, but the next times I'm going to do this, I've actually got an idea of like making a decent video, like actually including footage from those moments in the campaign that I'm going to talk about, and maybe like narrate a little bit or do something like really autistic or something. But for now, it's just going to be like me talking over what it is. So we started off as the Hamburg Commune over here in Holstein and Schleswig and Hamburg, and we defeated Denmark. Of course, Denmark was relatively easy. We just needed to get over the straits and destroy their army with liberal usage of these bullshit abilities. Then we decided, hey, we're going to join the International and declare war on Sweden and Finland so that we could connect up with the Russians, and then we could puppet Sweden. We're spreading propaganda in the churches because for some reason when Sweden gets puppeted, they just keep their right-wing, like, focus tree that they have done. You know, this is like kind of derpy, to be completely honest, because what should be for all these focus trees, now that they have the ability to do that, since I believe Waking in the Tiger, you can switch around focus tree, you know, the path of the focus tree that you're taking. They should have honestly switched back over to the socialist branch, but it was not to be, and yeah, in the end it was not done, so that's just kind of sad. And now they're taking all the right-wing focuses, which is kind of hilarious. Although, I guess it's fine because it's giving them bonuses and they are still revolutionaire, although some of those things gave them some, you know, some paternal autocrat popularity because they're doing, like, absolute monarchy stuff. Of course, no need to come in and take out Norway because they're already there. They're actually taking alliance with the Soviets, so they would actually come in and help us. And then it was just a matter of time until the Second Great War broke out. Germany did not go after France. They instead went after Poland and Zapadoslavia's alliance. And that was a relatively good idea for them because they were killing them. But of course, we, along with the Russians, declared war on them. To respond, the British decided to form an alliance with Germany called the, of course, not the Continental System, that's Upper Mala Deluge, the League of Nations. So they formed the League of Nations with Germany, which was really the thing that fucked me this playthrough, because I can capitulate the Germans, which we did eventually, by coming in from the east with the Russians and really pounding at their alliance, which also included Romania and Hungary. But we could not really annex the rest of German territory, nor set up puppet states in Poland, Zapadoslavia, Romania, Hungary, because the British Empire, being a major, is still in the war and is still keeping alive the dream of Valkism. So yeah, we could not puppet the Dutch, we could not puppet the Hungarians, the Romanians. We could not take over the Rhineland and Germany completely, which is kind of sad. We've taken 8 million losses. No, actually, they have taken 8 million losses. We have taken 3 million losses. And it would go on much further because in our retardation, Otto Strasser decided, hey, we're going to kill the French. And he made a mistake. He kind of overestimated himself. And so I fucked up. Right now, we still have to fight like 1 million more. Well, not 1 million more, like several million more fielding manpower fielded worth of allies. Yeah, like 7 million or something. Instead, we have 6 million fielded manpower, so we are relatively even, and eventually we would win because we have the entire production of we have the entire production of Central and Eastern Europe, which would just absolutely crush through. Yeah, right now, Germany with 300 factories and the Soviets with 90 factories, or 180, the Ukrainians with 60, and the Belarusians with 20, Sweden with 40, and the Norwegians 12, but that's not that great. We would eventually just have enough to overpower the French with 200 factories, the British with 250, and the Italians with 150. But it would take a long time. It would take a long time. It would take a lot of losses. And for now, we're not going to do it. So actually, one last word. Because the Fuhrerreich campaigns on my channel have been doing so damn well, my 2 playthroughs have probably gotten the most views, like in the least amount of time on my channel so far. Of course, that is because I have the most subscribers I've ever had. But, a lot of those subscribers have subscribed because of my Fuhrerreich content. Despite the fact that, this playthrough did not end on the exactly best note, I am going to continue with Fuhrerreich, and instead of doing a Kaiserreich playthrough, because I'm about to actually finish the Italian playthrough on Kaiserreich as well, so to replace these 2 series, I am going to have a series on Fuhrerreich, and I'm going to be relying on you on the selection of the country to play in said series. So I'm just going to quickly go over, a few ideas that I had that would be interesting and share them with you. Let's go ahead and check this out. So in terms of Fuhrerreich, I think that there aren't really that many interesting countries yet, because they still need to rework Russia and China, which of course are like my babies. But I think that interesting ones would be the Scandinavians, Norway and Sweden. I think that they would be very interesting, so those are there. The United Kingdom, there's already one guy doing a series on that, and I don't think it would be that great anyway. Maybe one of the Spanish, although they don't have a unique focus tree, but one of the Spanish would not be too bad, playing in the Spanish Civil War. I'm already doing an Italy run on my streams. When I have time, I'm going to stream that more. Of course, Zapadoslavia is still in the cards. And so for now, we have the 2 Scandinavians with Zapadoslavia. Then another one that I think would be relatively interesting would be in the East Japan, but they don't have a focus tree. So, nope, not there. The Chinese, there's a lot of interesting guys there, but I'm going to wait until they actually rework China. And maybe a few people in South America, because there's actually a lot of South Americans that have a focus tree, except for Venezuela and I believe Bolivia? No, they do. Okay, Bolivia does have a thing. Maybe Paraguay and Uruguay. Yeah, Paraguay does not have that. Uruguay does not have that. But everyone else, I think, has a focus tree. Yeah, so everyone in South America is fair game, I would say, except for Ecuador, Venezuela, and the two Guays. They all have focus trees. Of course, Argentina has already been done by Conquering History Games, and Brazil, I've already done. Oh, actually, Brazil also does not have that. But Brazil I've already done on Kaiserreich, so I would say that Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Chile. Yeah, Chile. And maybe here Central America? Nah, not yet. Not yet. So Central America, not yet. So I would say that, yeah, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Chile. All those would be pretty fun. And yeah, I don't think anyone else, at least not yet. So those are the, to just rewind, of course, these South Americans, the two Scandinavians, maybe Switzerland would be kind of funny, and Zapadoslavia, maybe even the Hungarians. The Hungarians seem pretty interesting. So I would do all of these. You know, just tell me down in the comments which would you think. Maybe I should just do a vote. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Never mind. You're going to see a vote in the description for all of these on a straw poll. So yeah, who wins? And by the way, this is like kind of a half democracy, in case you don't know how my channel works. So if the one that's picked is good, but then I think that something else would be better, I'm just going to pick something else. But yeah, the vote is going to be like just to kind of gauge what you guys want. So yeah, have a good day. See you soon. And hopefully we're going to see each other in the next series.